Jay, that's strangely close to Daniel Jones from the Giants. Daniel, is that you? Beat the Chiefs. Show me. If the Broncos and Russell Wilson can show me that they can beat the Chiefs, then I will start believing.
The crowd up. And so are this defense, and Kansas City won't snap the ball again. The Denver Broncos have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs.
David Montgomery on the Lions, former Bear, gonna make this his revenge game for sure. David Montgomery gets the touchdown that ices the game. No! And there's a flag. There's flag. There's flag. There's flag. There's flag. Snap. Hold. Kick.
Denver wins! Denver wins! Let's go!
They open. No!
What happened? Ah, shit.
America is football. Football
America
is
is football. Football is America. If you don't like it, you can kiss your candy ass.
The moment in time. I don't give a damn.
Oh
my God.
No!
You love it.
30-27. Chiefs win. Chiefs win 30-20. Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Only Football Podcast. We've already got Crafty with the comment of the night. Waiting for an Only Football stream is like to start is like a Jets choke. It may not come right away, but you know it's inevitable. Oh, I love them. I love them. We got Daniel Barry Sports Highlights in the chat. Always in the chat to start off the show. Daniel Barry, appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. So we got some Sunday Night Football action. I believe the 49ers are leading 3-0 right now with about 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. 3-0 for the 49ers as of meow. So got a lot, not a lot going on. Let's get some drinks going. A little Topo Chico, a little ASMR. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but if you can, cool. Okay. All right, I'm actually going to just double check because I'm going to have the scores updated here. I got to make sure that I got all the scores updated before I put the ticker up. So I'm going to do a quick double check because, I mean, Cowboys 49ers right now are in a commercial break. They're just getting back now. So let's see. All the first leg games I got. New Orleans 8-26 they lost. Buffalo beat the brakes off the Seahawks. Chiefs beat the Raiders 27-20. Raiders put up a good fight there at the end, but not enough for the Chiefs. Of course, the Bears lost. And we got Dak Prescott throwing a pass, to CeeDee Lamb for about 5 yards. All right, Broncos beat the Carolina Panthers 28-14. Great win for the Broncos there. And we've got the 49ers leading the Cowboys 3-0. The ball that's still sailing. It is still sailing. Back to pass is Dak Prescott, rolled in left, gets it to, who is that? Tolbert for a first down, but there is a flag. Kyle is, again, still a little bit busy getting some of his stuff packed away, so he'll be back soon. And holding call. Holding call on the Cowboys. Again, apologies for the late start. Had to get some stuff done on my end. Some din started. So yeah, it looks like Ferguson, the tight end, was holding. And on the left side of the line as well. Dak, 2nd and 14 in the shotgun. Pointing some guys out. Here we go. And he's going to hand it off. It's going to be a running back draw up the middle for a couple yards. Remember, guys, if you're in the stream, please hit that like button before you get out of here. We would really, really appreciate. The people want to know, is Bo Nix a better quarterback than Caleb Williams? Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot, Nick. Dak, shotgun, takes the snap. Going to toss it right side. And it's going to go for a first down, but the ball goes loose, and it's recovered by the Cowboys, luckily. Kind of got all turned around there. I don't know who that was, number 9. But he got what's his name? Oh, my God, what's his name? I'm going to Turpin, there we go. Turpin did really well there. Oh, I got a stat for you, Nick. Let me find it. Uh-oh, Bill. It's going to be this is going to be a bad stat for Caleb. Hands it off the middle. Cowboys go for about 4 yards there. Although Caleb is definitely a great athlete. He was doing a lot to get out of passes there. Doing a lot on his own because the offensive line was not doing well. I feel sorry for the Packers. They'll be stuck with a superior quarterback for the next few weeks. Oh, God. Fun stuff. Now that Josh Allen's pickless streak is broken, is Willis the only quarterback left this year without a pick? I may have called Allen getting picked off. Did I not? I think I may have. If I did, awesome. If not, I also picked the Bears to win. So there goes that. Oh, Winston had no picks, but I think he's been in a game. Did he throw a pick in that game? I really can't remember. Thanks, everybody, for liking the stream. Appreciate it again. Appreciate it. Bo Nix, rookie quarterback ranks in October. Ranking passing touchdown 7 first. Passing touchdown interception 7-1 first. Passing yards 871st. Rushing touchdowns 2. There you go. Bo Nix also didn't have a pick today. First in wins 3. Tied for first. Tied with Caleb Williams. I think he had 3 wins in October, Bill, right? Bo Nix is looking good, though. Bo Nix is looking really, really good. He is. He had a gritty run for a touchdown, or did they call that back? I know he fucking bulldozed his way for a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. Most of these modern border quacks are marvelous athletes, but just need to play the position efficiently and stay healthy. Exactly. That's the biggest thing, is like maybe not have a shitty offensive line. You know, like the Bears. He didn't get the touchdown. Oh, okay. I thought he did. Was he a little short? Because I remember when I was watching the Bears game on Red Zone, he was just a little bit short, and I think it crossed. I think the tip of the football did cross, but if they're not going to give it to him, I mean, I think that's just kind of like being nitpicky at that point. I feel like that should have gone in. Caleb Killiams, no Bix. This rookie quarterback class looks like quite promising, and we haven't even seen the Vikes or Falcons draftees play yet. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, me and Kyle were talking about it. I really do think that this is going to be one of the most talented quarterback classes in recent years. Can't remember when the last one was, but you definitely have some in the past. He got it late of that drive, but not on that play. Gotcha. So yeah, I said it like all the guys I think are going to do well. JJ McCarthy, obviously, he got hurt for the year. Don't know how that's going to affect him. Penix Jr. is currently playing behind Kirk Cousins, so that one seems like a rough go for his career as well. It's Dak rolling left, passes it left to CeeDee Lamb for a first down for the Dallas Cowboys. 1st and 10. Got two teams here, right? Cowboys 3-3, 49ers 3-4. I mean, both trying to get over 500. Both very disappointing this year. I mean, obviously they got to run the table, but 4 losses, 3 losses in a year isn't bad. It's just how can you contain it to maybe 5 or 4? And they're going to run up the middle for a first down. And that is Dowdle? Or is Zeke? That's Elliott. That's Zeke, baby. Zeke for a first down. Angry run for Zeke. Haven't seen that in a minute. I would like them to feed Ferguson, though. Cowboys in the red zone. In the shotgun is Dak. Takes the snap. And he's going to get sacked. Launched. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. And that is Nick Bosa on the sack. He's such a good player. Here we go. 2nd and 15 now for the Cowboys out of the red zone. Motioning Dak in shotgun. Takes a snap. Going to hand it off to Zeke, who's going to go up the middle, and he's going to shed 1 tackle, but gets tackled by 3 other guys. Bick Nosa. Can always rely on a passionate num when Rick runs the stream. I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys and the nums out there. 3rd and 10. In the shotgun. Dak, 10 for a first down. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. Under pressure. Gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson gets the first down. Sheds a tackle. And as he's going down, being tackled by 2 other guys, gets the ball across for a first down. Okay, so I saw this. Bears cornerback Tyreek Stevenson was ridiculing Commanders fans before the Hail Mary. Ended up being the player who tipped the ball to Noah Brown. Karma is a bitch. Yes. And I was watching a stream with on Barstool Chicago. Not the stream. I was watching the clips as Dak fakes the handoff going into the end zone. Go incomplete, but there is going to be a flag for pass interference. Now I didn't see this, but one of the guys after the Bears scored a touchdown, he was like, I'm not going to apologize for any wins, right? And he was excited. He was very, like that touchdown that the Bears got and the 2-point conversion afterwards was very exciting. Obviously, after all the bullshit of the first half in terms of offense for the Bears was bad, you get excited. But one of the other guys was like, hey, chill. We've still got 30 seconds left. And so I didn't realize that Tyreek Stevenson also had done that. He was teasing the crowd, talking about him, talking this shit. And Zeke up the middle, touchdown, Cowboys. He had to run like 20 yards back to where the play happened. So yes, Bill, karma is a bitch. Not great, not great. But I'm going to tell you what is great, guys. When the when the Denver Broncos became a franchise, there was this inkling of hope that Denver was going to finally have its team, but they were missing one big thing in that recipe, and it was the most passionate Broncos fan I have ever seen, and that Denver will ever see, or has ever seen, or will ever see. It is a man whose name starts with the letter K, who is the best looking man I've ever seen in my life, who is the best Broncos fan in the world, who defines what it means to be a Broncos fan. Biggest penis I've ever seen in my life. Everybody, welcome on Kyle. We got Kyle on here.
I spit out my water in the middle of that. Not even kidding.
Good,
Oh,
good.
that was great. Best intro. Best intro I think I've ever gotten anywhere, not just here.
I love it, love it.
I have made so much progress.
Let's go, dude. Love to hear it.
It is exactly what I was hoping for. I mean, there's still work to do, but it's like to the manageable. It's like the fun stage now, where now it's just about putting the things that you want where you want, but they're in the right rooms.
Yep.
So I kind of enjoyed that. My mom was an interior decorator growing up, so I've always had pretty good taste. And I got to say, my room, just for fun, I'm gonna take a little video of it and share it with you guys on Monday. It is the dopest room I've ever had. Like I've had a lot of cool things, but right now it's just coming together in such a great way. I mean, I got my 85-inch television, and
nice.
It dude, when you're watching the football games, it literally is so different. I feel like I can see them making the catch right in front of my face. It is impeccable. So a lot of things that I missed are back. All my my toys, if you will, are back. So I feel like that's just always a good feeling to get your stuff back.
That is always a great feeling, and I kind of feel that, like, in terms of like everything's in the right room now. It's just a matter of placing it the right way or how you want it, right? Because I'm still dealing with that. Even after moving, a few months ago. But like my office, for example, my man cave, it's still not fully there yet. I just got another desk in here. Gonna hopefully get that done, and fixed up around the house. So I feel you.
Let me know if you need help. I'll jump on a flight, and we'll build your man cave together. We'll make a whole. What's it called? A vlog. We'll vlog the whole thing.
I need help, Kyle.
Let me talk to my boss and get back to you.
Don't you hate when that happens? You're like, hey man, let me know if you need anything. He's like, hey man, I need, and you're like, oh.
Well, I was just being polite.
Yeah, I was being nice. No, but I thank you.
It's like when you go into work and you're like, I'm sorry I'm late. It wasn't my fault. And they're like, what do you mean it wasn't your fault? And then you sit there and you go, I guess I wasn't prepared for a follow-up question.
I wasn't prepared for a follow-up. Bill said 85 inches. That's almost as big as your schlong. Let's go, Bill. Let's go.
How is I honestly I'm not being funny. What happened to the Bears?
No,
did they win?
No.
What was the final score?
18
I didn't even catch
15 on a last second Hail Mary touchdown. 52 yards.
No.
Yeah, you need to go back and watch that. I'm sure it's all over Twitter, but that was one of the craziest. That's Brock Purdy.
All
Goes Devo all the way for 6 points. Touchdown. There's a flag, though.
No holding
Oh, oh
in
no.
all of the fantasy footballers out there
They're so mad.
they're so mad. They were like, everyone's injured. Debo's the only guy.
Yup.
And right there is exactly what they were looking for, but it's called back as a holding.
And that's on 82. That's probably a backup tight end. Yeah.
362-531.
Wow. That
That's rough.
sucks.
That's rough.
Nick said, I can't be mad. I'm up 30. I don't need the Debo points. Must be nice, Nick. Must be nice. But yeah, the Bears lost on a 2-second Hail Mary that was tipped into the end zone, into the arms of a receiver from the Commanders. As Purdy going back to pass, got to throw it over the middle, gets caught there for about 8 yards, 10 yards. But yeah, so that's how the Bears lost. And that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Wow. But the way the Bears were playing, I was just like, you know what? Commanders deserve that lucky play. They do. They did. They outplayed the Bears by a wide margin on the offensive side, and the Bears defense was the only thing that was keeping them in games. That and Torrey Taylor, the punter. Special teams were doing really well. So, but yeah.
Well,
That's
you guys
true. There
still
were
got a
lows.
winning record. So
Yeah. Yeah.
At least you're not like Jacksonville and you lose a game and it's like your season's over.
Yeah.
What do you guys, 5-3?
4-3 now, because we had the bye
You had the
week.
bye.
Yeah, so this week it would have been 5-2, which would have been nice, but 4-3 still a winning record. Still, I mean, we're 3-1 in the last 4 games, so we still got a pretty favorable schedule for the next week 9 and 10 before we meet the Packers. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I think there was a lot of holds there, Bill.
Oh, big third down conversion by Ricky Pearsall.
But
Forever.
we can only make that joke because he's fine.
Right. Yeah. That is so true. I don't think that would have gone over well if he died. But then again, we wouldn't probably be talking about him.
About what a big third down catch he made.
Yeah. So we officially hit our entire win total for the whole season today.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys hit 5. There you go.
That was
Destroyed the Panthers.
That was our projected amount of wins for the entire season. Can you believe that horseshit?
No Patrick Mahomes poster or jersey that you got to put up.
Of course not. But I just don't get. I just don't get how that was. I'm so happy that we did it in the first 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so. It was such a bad. I don't know whose job it is, but dude, I put like $350 on that bet that the
Really?
Broncos would win more than 5.5 games
Let's go.
because I knew,
Yeah.
and
You're like, there's
it's
no
not.
way.
It's like you make 300, so whatever I was willing to bet, I would win that exact amount essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Baltimore next week. Bears are playing who?
Bears next week. I think they're playing the Cardinals.
Okay, that could be a get back on track game.
Yeah, I hope so. I think they've got.
Oh, that's cool. The officer that
Cardinals.
saved him got a free entry into the stadium and met his parents. Emotional moment. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
She got a Ricky Pearsall jersey too, which was sick. Oh, big stop for the Dallas defense. They're on 3rd down.
Oh, it was a woman officer.
I don't know if it was. I think it was an officer. Bill said officer, but I guess it was an officer or if it was a paramedic. I'm not entirely sure.
Well,
Maybe
regardless,
it was
it's
a cop.
cool. It would just be even cooler. It's because a police officer shot the person that shot Ricky Pearsall dead on the
I think
scene,
so.
right?
I think so.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
There's going to be Cowboys' first timeout here with 6:35 left in the second quarter. It's going to be a 4th and 3 for San Francisco. But yeah, Bears got Cardinals, New England the next 2 weeks, and then have Green Bay and Minnesota and Detroit the following 3 weeks.
Okay. So, as much as we say we kind of know who everyone is, I feel like for my team, for your team, for a lot of others, we're going through the stretch of November coming up where we're going to find out if we're a good team or a playoff team. Because you can be a decent team and miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah, time to figure it out. I posted something on X that said the Chiefs can go 6-5 in their final 11 games, and they're still going to have a 12-win season, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or they could go 5-6. Oh, a drop by Debo on 4th down. That's rough.
Oof.
Or they could go 5-6 and go into the playoffs with 11 wins. Now that would just be insane. But going to the 49ers here for a second. 49ers were kind of the consensus pick all around the league. They were the favorites. Now, let me just drop this little nugget of info here. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but did you know that Mike McCarthy, I think it's 13-1 in one tie, I think, off of the bye week. 13 wins, only 1 loss, I believe, coming off of a bye week, which the Cowboys are coming off a bye. The 49ers, I mean, they lost all their receivers. Debo was in the hospital getting treated for pneumonia. I mean, he's on the field, which is a good sign, but you lose Brandon Ayuk for the entire year. George Kittle, if I'm not mistaken, is banged up as well. Of course, CMC out. It's just like I know that we're just kind of relying on the 49ers to just get it together, but I'm not so sure that there's a difference between these two teams because the Cowboys, just like the 49ers, were a lot better last year. And, they've had some losses where they've been embarrassed, and so have the 49ers. The 49ers lost to Arizona. So I don't know really why everybody's so confident on the 49ers. When you really take a look at it, I think this is a toss-up game. This is much more 50-50 than the predictions around the nation have suggested.
And off that, Nick is saying, bold prediction, the Niners miss the playoffs. I don't know.
I don't know if that's crazy bold, to be honest.
I honestly, not crazy bold, but it's still a bold prediction in my eyes because the Seahawks lost bad today to the Bills.
Oh,
the Cardinals,
of course.
Yeah, the Cardinals won, and then the Rams took a dub. So that whole division to me seems like the NFC South this year.
It's the Rams division to lose because Puka Nacua.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't know when we made our predictions that Puka Nacua was going to play. That was, dude, if you have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua on the field, I'm taking the Rams to beat any NFC West team right now.
Yeah.
So that would have changed my prediction entirely. So I think with those two receivers healthy now, I think the Rams are the best team probably in the NFC West. And the 49ers, if they don't win, they're 3-5. And that is like beyond like, is it panic time? Like, dude, you lose 5 of your first 8. Yeah, that is definitely like you might miss the playoffs because here's what we do know. There's not going to be 2 teams in the playoffs out of the NFC West.
No, not the West.
So it's whoever wins the division, and that's it. So is there a chance the 49ers don't win their division? Yeah, they're not
There's a
leading it
very
right
good
now,
chance.
and there's
Yep.
no signs that they're going to start winning. So
Yeah. Yeah, the NFC West is a very up in the air division right now. And like you said, this game alone is 50-50. Pretty sure I took the home team as Dak throws a pass left side for CD Lamb. It's going to be short of the first down. And let me double check that because, yeah, I took the 49ers because they're the home team. And that's it. And because both of these teams, I was saying earlier, like they're both trying to get above 500. And both have a lot of talent on each side of the ball, but for some reason they have just come up short in these 3-4 losses or whatever. So for me, it was like a toss up. Like I just took the home team again because it was that bad of a prediction. As who was that? Cook gets swallowed up in the backfield, loss of a yard. But yeah, man, the NFC West to me right now is like an NFC South like division where at any point in time, any of these teams can take a hold of the division. Like I feel like it might be one of those like the division is won by a 10-win team.
yeah,
Like it's gonna be a 10-7, a 9-8, another 9-8, and then like a 7-10.
I don't think any of these teams get to 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dak
I think.
back to pass.
Oh,
Ferguson, there we
with
go.
a one-hander.
Yeah, doing really well. That's my tight
Oh,
end. What were you gonna say though?
no. I feel like the Cowboys have had a good tight end for the last 25 years.
Very sure-handed all the time.
Jason Witten just comes to mind when you see 87. Should the Cowboys have retired 87
For
Jason Witten?
win.
I think you could make a case for it.
I don't know. Was Jason Witten better than Gronk?
I think they should retire Gronks. Right? I don't think two wrongs make a right here.
No, but I'm saying, like, was he better than Gronk? Is he
No, hell no.
Retirable? Then I don't think so.
No.
Going deep, caught.
But you're talking about the greatest tight end, arguably ever. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how. I don't get your angle about the Gronk.
So I don't know if you're gonna retire a number in your organization. You've got. I feel like you've got to really make an argument for him being the best in your organization in that period of time when compared to other tight ends.
I don't think so. I don't think
like there's still numbers like the Bears still. There's Roshan Johnson wears number 23, and like Hester's the best returner of all time. You know what I mean? Like Urlacher for sure. His 54.
But are you going to retire a returner?
He's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, no, he is a great returner, but I mean, it took him a while to get in the Hall of Fame, and maybe the Bears will retire it. But here's Dak throwing to CD Lamb for 2 yards.
3 yards, yeah.
But I mean, I think there's a case that there's plenty of eras like Brett Favre and Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. They all played at the same time. They've all retired those numbers.
Let's see. Jason Witten, 1,228 receptions, 13,000 yards, 74 touchdowns. Kyle Rudolph has 100, or no, not 100. Kyle Rudolph has 50 touchdowns. I'm trying to think of other like Tony Gonzalez.
Oh yeah,
Whoa!
Almost caught it. Almost caught it. You got, of course, Antonio Gates. Jeremy Shockley.
Maybe, honestly, maybe for Dallas. Why not though? Right?
Yeah, because it's
he was 82. He was 82, not 87.
It's also about longevity. For instance, Antonio Gates went to Atlanta at the end of his career for, I think, 3 years. Like, you're not going to retire his number, but the Chiefs should. And for Jason Witten, he was with the Cowboys for, I think, like 15 years.
2003 to 2017, retired in 2018, came back in 2019.
He fumbled it! Oh, I don't know how he got back on that ball. We got Brother T in the chat. Nick said, Brett Favre was better than Elway. No, but Favre was retired. Brett Favre is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Greatest Jets quarterback, maybe.
It's not even like debatable. I mean,
Not even debatable. Damn it. Uh,
oh,
yeah, I don't know. He played for a long time, like you said. Longevity definitely has to be there. As Brandon Aubrey, snap, hold, kick is good, and that's points for me.
that's
Um,
always money.
he played. Let's see, total seasons 17. He
Yep.
played 19 with Dallas and then 2020 with the Las Vegas Raiders. He appeared in 16 games, all but his rookie year in 2003, and he appeared in 615. And other than 2020, other than 2006, other than 2004 and 2003, did he start every single game.
That's longevity. To
That's
me,
longevity, yeah.
the Cowboys should retire his number because ideally, if you're talking, I mean, you're going to have a guy like this once every 40 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of the rate where you should retire numbers. Like, you shouldn't do it all the time, but when you have, I mean, who's going to be the next Jason Witten for the Cowboys? There might not be one for the next 50 years, um, depending on, how long Jake Ferguson plays, but he's out there rocking his number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Cowboys, I mean, it would be interesting if we had a Cowboys fan, to get their insight on it. I think it
Yeah.
would definitely be at least up for
So
debate.
if there's going to be a retirement number, I feel like why are the Cowboys letting CD Lamb wear 88
Well,
when Michael
it's
Irvin?
different if you ask the player for permission and they want you to continue their legacy. That's kind of different. And I would bet $1 million. Well, no, I wouldn't. But I bet you Michael or Jason Witten told Jake Ferguson he could wear 87.
Oh well, so it was 82.
82, that's
Witten
right.
was
It
82. Yeah. So
Is there an 82 on the Cowboys right now? Because
I
sometimes they don't
don't
issue it, but it's not
know.
officially retired.
Yeah, maybe. Bill said we have 12 numbers officially retired with neighbors getting special permission from the family to wear it. After that, it goes back in the vault, just saying don't over retire numbers, and that's one of the things that it's very like you've got to be able to say, hey, we're not going to retire this number, right? Because you have a shit ton of retired numbers. Like the
Yeah.
Bears have a lot of retired numbers, so the fact that they're not
Time limit.
letting retire 23 is a good one. You know what I mean? Like Hester was awesome, but there's already too many numbers that you retired. So
Yeah,
that may be it as well. Maybe it's that too.
definitely 7 and 18 will never be worn in Denver again.
Yeah. Nobody's ever worn 7, huh? Since Elway.
No, yeah.
No, yeah.
I thought you were being funny. Like, no one's ever worn 7.
Ever, right? Ever?
Oh, this is going to be T has fallen down, or the football has fallen down.
Why would you do that?
What do you think of the new kickoff rule? We're halfway through the season, so it's time to revisit some of this stuff. You've had a whole entire half of a football season of the new kickoff rule. I'm at the point personally where I don't notice it. It feels natural. I don't.
Sorry, go ahead.
What say you?
I also kind of don't notice it. I feel like wherever the kickers kick it, they're gonna return it if the kicker wants to or not. Oh my god, they're showing the video where Ricky Pearsall is getting onto the stretcher after he got shot. Oh my god.
It's not graphic.
It's not too graphic, but
There's some blood. Oh, now it's graphic.
I was gonna say that was crazy. I don't notice it either, and I feel like there's been a lot of kicks in the end zone already. As Purdy hands this off, big first down into Dallas Cowboy territory by Guarendo.
This is the guy. This was my Devon Achane of this year's draft.
Ooh.
I gotta say, when it comes to drafting running backs, I don't miss.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
running back mock drafts, they're awesome.
Um.
But yeah, the kickoff.
Yeah. I haven't noticed it either. I really haven't noticed much of it either. There's been a bunch of kicks in the end zone that guys take out. There's been kicks that are short that guys are going to take out regardless of the rule or not. So I haven't
Right.
noticed it too much either. And another big
Wow.
run by Guarendo, first down to the 30-yard line of the Cowboys. Wow, this
Yeah.
guy.
He's he's just like Achan.
Mm-hmm.
And
Too many
yeah,
warning.
and I think that ultimately means that it was a total failure because the whole point of the new NFL rule was to make the kicking game, to bring that part of football back where you had 88% of kicks that were touchbacks. They
Mm-hmm.
wanted to bring that, that part of the game back to life. And
Yeah.
they by making a touchback only to the 30 instead of a touchback to the 35, you got them just kicking out of the end zone. You make a touchback the 35-yard line, all of a sudden the kickers are being told, "Hey, don't kick it in the end zone.
Yeah.
We want them to return it."
Yeah.
And then I think they can still call was that last year where they could call a fair catch inside the 10? That
I
was
think you
that was
could call a fair catch inside the landing zone now, and it'll be down to the.
Is that this year too?
Yeah, I think it's this year. I don't know about
I think
last year.
last year they sampled it, if I'm not mistaken, because I
I
remember they called
maybe.
a fair catch on like the
Mm,
5, and it was weird.
hmm
I think
I
that
can't
was
remember what it was last year. I know they were
no.
trying some stuff during the preseason. I just can't remember exactly what it was. I like this one by KC. Announcer just said you can't spell 49ers without ER. So many injuries.
Yeah, so it was in 2023, NFL players were allowed to fair catch on kickoffs and place the ball on their own 25-yard line, regardless of where the
Mm,
ball was fielded. This was a
gotcha.
1-year trial to reduce
Mm.
injuries, so that's why that's no longer the thing. I don't know if the landing zone you can fair catch it now.
Also, I don't know if it's me and this year with a lot of stress over like if you touch back it ends at the 30, but I'm seeing a lot more kicks that are being returned end up near or over the 30-yard line. I don't know if it is the fact that the defenders and the receiving team are 5 yards apart. So maybe that's what's working is less injuries on that part of the field. Um, but more of these kicks are ending up near the 30 anyway. So I don't know.
Well, right now, through this point of the season,
Hmm
the average starting field position after a kickoff is the 29.4-yard line.
Yeah. See? Yep. I thought so.
And that's
Thought so.
exactly why. I mean, first off, that tells you that everyone's just kicking it out of the back of the end zone.
Mm,
Because I actually feel like when they do return it, I'm seeing them get tackled at the 25, the 20
mm.
sometimes.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they gotta make a change next year.
Purdy under center. 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this first half. Gonna pitch it left side to
Oh,
Guarendo. Gets free. First down. 15 inside the 12-yard line. But there's a flag.
let him spin. Put Booby in.
Put Booby
I'm
in.
about to spin. The one thing that I think honestly the worst rule ever introduced is the onside kick. Like having to tell the other team that you're declaring an onside kick, by
That
far
does
the
suck.
worst rule I've ever seen. Because the whole point is like, can you catch them off guard and do a surprise onside kick? I mean, Sean
Mm,
Payton did it in the Super Bowl to open up
mm.
the second half. I mean, that's when we knew he had huge balls. It wasn't that infamous picture
Huge balls.
where he
Huge
was
balls.
sitting down with the team and he saw whatever that leg was. It was the kickoff, but yeah, that should still be a rule. Oh, is that a
That's an
no? That was a
incomplete.
forward pass for sure.
Yeah, and that's after a holding call gets them a 1st and 20.
Bill's going to be right back. The kickoff is replaced by pistol due for field position in 2030. I don't get it.
You've never heard of a pistol duel? Where you go back to back with someone, take 10 steps, turn around, and then pop.
Oh, like
Yeah. Like a duel.
a duel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Did you know that's how Alexander Hamilton died?
Yeah.
He was like one of the main people that wrote the
Declaration of Independence.
second. Oh man, they're really feeding him. Yeah, the Declaration of Independence. He did a lot. He was like the brains behind the operation.
Mm.
I saw this whole thing on him. He has a crazy story. He worked as a banker when he was younger, but everybody was like, they just kept giving him a promotion because they were like, this guy's so smart.
This guy's
and
killing it.
And then eventually he was like, I want to get into politics after the Boston Tea Party happened.
Yeah.
And then, he's running for president, and this guy is talking shit to him through letters, and he's like, I want you to apologize for what you said about my wife. And he wrote him back. He's like, after thoughtful consideration, I have nothing to apologize for. Just trolling, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, whatever it was. And then he goes, fuck that. I want a duel. And he was like, all right, let's do it. Yeah. And then they do the duel, and he gets shot in the chest, and he dies. And that's the end.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's how they used to handle their business. That is so far removed from where we're at right now.
Well, so, and what I learned too was duels were usually like, if you got the shot off first, you won. But the thing is, they wouldn't really shoot each other. What they would do is they would just get the shot off first, and they would be off. They would intentionally be off target because
they didn't want to kill him.
Yeah, because they didn't want to kill him. The point is like, hey, I am better than you because I got my shot off first. So I'm not going to kill you. But in that case there with Hamilton, the dude just wanted to kill the dude. So that's what it was.
Well, I would imagine, too, it's not always easy to be perfectly accurate when you're going for speed. And the field goal is going to be good, which will cut it down to a 4-point lead for Dallas. 49ers, man, they really wish they weren't holding on that Debo touchdown right about now.
Yeah.
But dude, it's just mind-blowing. There's this YouTube channel. It's like Bringing to Life Old Faces. And they basically it's like a 30-minute episode. It's very great. The narrator's amazing. And they go through their life. One of them that they did was George Washington. And I just the amount of respect that I had for him after watching this was insane. Because did you know that the only reason our country even exists is because his great-grandfather was on a ship, and there was a bad storm, and he got shipwrecked. And he was just like, I guess this is where I'm going to settle down because my boat's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they make but it's just like a storm is the only reason that he was here. And then eventually, they go into George Washington and how they, the war with the Brits and stuff, and how they were just kept on, being a pain in the ass. They were totally outnumbered. There was no reason that he should have been able to lead a victory. And he was able to get it done, and he was also kind of a psycho for his he spawned them and murdered them, and there's an argument that that's what started a world war at the time.
And that's why I laughed there for a sec, because I'm just thinking back to Shane Gillis's jokes about George Washington.
I forgot. What is it again?
I can't say it. I can't say it. Because you got to go back, and it was like this 6-foot redheaded R word is just, I will fucking kill you. Just go sailing across the Delaware River on Christmas night. And the Brits are like, there's no way this is going to happen. And then you see this guy, and they're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, this guy's crazy.
This guy's crazy. You guys gotta look it up, because it is very funny the way he describes it.
Because they were supposed to be going there to position themselves for
Yeah.
war. And
And
then
it was
when they
more of a
got
surprise
there,
attack.
and then when they got there, they're like, "Hey, these dudes are sleeping. Let's kill them."
Guerrilla warfare, baby. Guerrilla warfare.
It's
It's
such
a
a different
terrible.
world, though. Way back then, like
Yeah.
compared to our world now. Like we're, a lot of this stuff, I think it's fair to say we look at it like, dude, that's just so unethical. But
Yeah.
when you lived back then, like they didn't have time to even think about ethics. They were in
No.
survival mode.
They
It
were.
was
They
like
were.
we're gonna die unless we,
Exactly.
get on this horse and go look for gold. And then whenever the horses would die at this specific area, they would set up a restaurant and serve the horse meat. It was just like you ate your pet.
What?
It's like, dude, they were in survival mode. It's a
Yeah.
different world.
That's
Like
crazy.
it's just crazy to think how different everything is now. I mean, obviously a lot better, but
Hmm. Oh my God. Taking a look at these division standings, Arizona is on top of the NFC West with a
yep.
4-4 record. If this doesn't scream NFC South, I don't know what does. I
No,
don't
I
know what
don't think
does.
it does. Here's my argument against that. Any one of those teams is actually pretty good.
True, but the records don't say that one bit. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
but
Like,
like if you had to play any of those teams, you would not be like that's an easy dub. But
mm-hmm.
the NFC South last year, if you were playing the Panthers, you were like that's a dub. The
Yeah.
Saints, they could have the worst record this year. Last year they weren't good either. It was really Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
with Riddler, ass, and it was Baker Mayfield that was like, and it wasn't until
Yeah.
late in the season where he really got rolling. So
Yeah.
I look at this division with the Rams and the 49ers and even the Seahawks, and I'm like, they're a little bit better, I think.
They're better in terms of talent on the field. Agreed. Absolutely. It's crazy how these guys are 4-4 and leading the division. You know what I mean?
It's so weird. It's such a
Oh,
oh no, that's a throw.
yeah.
That's definitely a throw. Yeah, it is. It is weird, but I feel like this year with scoring being down,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about defense this year.
It
And
is.
that's why when you look at the top 5 defenses in the league, those are the teams that have winning records right now. It's all about
Yeah.
like the Bears, the Broncos, the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the teams
Chiefs.
right now. The Chiefs. Those are the
Yeah.
teams that are starting to pull away from being 500, while the teams that have a mediocre defense that relied on their offense for many years, those are the 4-4 teams now.
Yeah. 49ers even too. Cowboys
Oh,
right now. Almost.
that should
Almost
be.
bobbled.
You're telling me if he dropped that ball, they wouldn't have thrown a flag?
You said what?
If he would have dropped that punt, they would have thrown a flag for fair catch interference. But because he caught it,
Yeah.
no
It would have
flag.
been fine. Yeah. Nick saying, by the way, we're doing history with U.S. history with the Only Football podcast. Someone tried to shoot Jackson. The gun misfired, so he pulled a backup that also misfired and was then beaten with Jackson's cane. Love to hear that, because if you're gonna pull up a backup gun, you should get your ass kicked.
That reminds me of the guy that threw a shoe at George Bush. Do you remember that?
I remember that like it was
In the press conference,
yesterday.
he took off his shoe and he just kind of like smiled and like dodged the
Yeah, he's
shoe.
like, huh. He's like, what the, and everybody's like, no, get him, get him.
That's like nowadays version of that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like that fucker threw the shoe. That son of a bitch.
I mean, there hasn't been a president assassination attempt in my lifetime until this year.
True.
I had never seen that. I think that's old time things.
Purdy gonna take it himself.
Damn, Purdy's got some legs on him.
He does. He gets the first down, but I think
He
the
looked
clock's gonna
fast.
keep rolling, or no? He got out of bounds. Clock's gonna stop. They still
Yeah,
have all
like
3 timeouts though.
was JFK the last assassination?
Yeah, the last actual one, yes. The last attempt was, I think, well, Trump, but he wasn't president. So before that, I think it was Reagan. There was an attempt. He actually got shot,
Well,
but he didn't
even
die.
ex-presidents. I don't think the ex-presidents have been
No, no one actually killed.
attempted.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
maybe there's, there could be stuff out there that's not leaked also. Like, hey,
True.
this was an attempt, but because, a Secret Service is
Absolutely.
doing their job, it
Hmm.
never becomes a story. They
Exactly.
stop it a week in advance. And
Motherfuckers is crazy out here.
nowadays all the president candidates, and this is kind of where the future is going, is they're all going on podcasts now. So Secret Service, they
Yeah.
go in these podcast rooms and they have to push every single button on, in the producing studio. They have to go through every button and push it and just make sure that none of them are bombs or anything.
Yeah. They thorough. They go thorough.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Jackson
Now,
is actually one of two South Carolina born national level politicians to beat someone with a cane.
one of two.
One of two. Purdy in the shotgun. 4 wide takes the snap. A little bit of pressure by Dallas. Goes over the middle, caught. And it's going to be Kittle. All the way to midfield, 45. All the way to the 40 of the Cowboys.
Kittle is
Wow.
by far the best tight end in the NFL this year.
There's no one else that comes to mind. I'm missing someone, though.
Tucker
am I-
Kraft is having a really good year.
Tucker Kraft is having a good year. Oh, my God.
I'll go Kittle, Tucker Kraft.
Uh,
Kyle Pitts is starting to.
eh.
I mean,
I-
he's hit or
I was
miss.
gonna, yeah, I was gonna say Isaiah Likely, but not
Hit or miss.
really.
He's like Kyle Pitts.
Yeah,
one
Tucker
catch, 1 week.
Kraft.
But even Tucker Kraft, like, he'll have 3 touchdowns or 3 catches and a touchdown.
Yeah,
But it's like Kittle is getting like 10 to 12 targets every game.
yeah. I was gonna say Cole Kmet, but not after this week. Not because Cole Kmet has had. He's like up there in terms of receptions and yards, and I think first down, something like that. I forget who else. I feel like I'm missing one. And Purdy incomplete to the right side.
If you just go off fantasy, I mean, you
he's
might.
up there though. Oh, the guy from the Raiders.
Oh
The guy
yeah,
that just drafted.
yeah, Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. He's having a really good year. I mean,
He's
lack
having a
of
great
touchdowns,
year.
but he's having a great year. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the other one that I would say, because like Tucker Kraft, 2 touchdowns behind Kittle, but putting the touchdowns aside, if we're talking like snap percentage and targets
Mm-hmm.
and just the role, because the Packers, they have a lot of different people they spread the ball out to.
Yeah.
George Kittle is this offense right now with all these guys hurt.
Oh, fumble.
Oh my God.
49ers recover.
49ers recovery. He was trying to throw it to Kittle right there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kittle is. Let me see his targets.
What was that throw, Purdy? It looks like as he was throwing it, he was like, "Nope, not there." And
I
then,
think he got hit while he was throwing it.
no, I don't think so. I think he may have gotten hit on his left side. Let me see here. Yeah. No, nothing. He just kind of.
Oh, I guess he's trying to bring the ball back, is what they're
Hey,
saying.
KC, it's National Political History Day. There we go. So that's why Kyle was talking about it, right, Kyle?
Exactly.
Totally.
I've only heard that 20 times today. They just keep saying it. So George Kittle has 60. No. He has 42 targets on the season already.
Really?
34 catches in only 6 games.
Nice.
42 targets in 6 games. That's an average of 8
Yeah.
in 8.2.
Oh, intercepted. No. Caught. Was it caught? No, they're going to call it incomplete. Never mind.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I don't think there's many tight ends out there getting 8 targets every game. Cade Otton in my other
Yeah,
fantasy league,
sticking
I
out a bit.
flexed him because I'm like, dude, that's all Baker has.
Hmm
You know,
It is, yeah.
and I flexed him and it paid off big. I mean, he had like 2 touchdowns over 100 yards, I think.
Must be nice. All the guys I picked. So
Oh,
wow, great position there.
that is as good as it can get. That is
Wow,
that is the standard right
yeah,
there.
that was great positioning there.
Bad job by the cowboy
Yeah.
deciding not to return it. What he should have done is he should have ran to the other side of the field and
hmm
acted like he was fair catching it if he was going to let it bounce.
Yep.
But that was just bad by the 49ers or by the
Looks
Cowboys.
Cowboys are just gonna
Can
kneel
they?
it.
Do they have room? Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say, do they have room? And that is gonna
And
lead us into halftime. Dallas Cowboys up 10-6 on the 49ers. Not a not a crazy Sunday night football game so far, but we still have a second half to go through.
I
But
took the under in this game.
yeah, and with all the injuries and with the lack of like offense that the Cowboys have had so far this season, I feel like bettors across the nation are like, yeah, we're taking the under on this one. The
Man, dude.
49ers offense is playing at the speed Congress passes legislation. Could not agree
What
more, Nick.
what is the what is what time the Bears have had a winning record at this time of the year?
When's the last time they've done that?
Yeah.
2021, maybe. It was or was that 2020? Yeah, I think it was 2020 or 2021 because they went 6 and
Yeah,
0.
the Bears were 5-3 after beating the
8 weeks.
Saints they lost to the Saints on week 8
Mm-hmm.
to bring the record to 5-3
Yeah, because
in
they started that year
2020.
5 and 0,
And
and I
then
was like, let's go.
in 2021 the Bears were 3-5.
Mm-hmm.
In 2022 the Bears were 3-5.
Mm-hmm.
In 2023 they were 2-6.
Yep.
So it's been 4 years.
Yep. It has been a while. 4
Now,
total seasons.
let's see. When is the last time the Broncos?
1947 under President Truman.
The Broncos were 3-5 last year. They were 3-5 the year before. They were 4-4 in 2021. In 2020, they were 3-4.
Nick saying 2015.
2019, they were 2-6. 2018, they were 3-5. 2017, they were 3-4.
Ugh.
16, this is the one 6-2. Yeah, I
Okay,
actually knew
2016.
it was 16 because that was the year after we won the Super Bowl and Trevor
Mm-hmm.
Siemian was the
Is a
quarterback and
quarterback.
he was doing pretty good.
6 and
But
2. That's nothing to laugh at. Absolutely.
yeah,
It's just Trevor Siemian now. Thinking of Trevor
yeah,
Siemian now, it's like,
it was a
holy
Super Bowl
shit,
team.
really?
It was a Super Bowl team. So yeah, they won. It was funny. They beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl. They played today,
Mm-hmm.
and the Broncos owned
Destroyed
the
him.
Panthers straight
Yeah.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they single-handedly destroyed Cam Newton's career. And then week 1, they opened the season and they beat the Panthers 21-20. Then they beat the Colts, then they beat the Bengals, then they beat the Bucks, and they had their first loss week 5. And then
Okay.
they lost 2 in a row, and they were 4-2. Then they beat the Texans, went to 5-2, and then
As you should that
yeah,
time.
as you should.
As you should at that time.
But they ended up ending the season with a terrible stretch and didn't make the postseason.
I remember how old was I? Was I like, let's see, 2007? I was 15 years old, 16 years old, 15 years old. And thinking after the Bears lost Super Bowl to the Colts, the following preseason, when the Bears beat the Colts in the preseason, I was like, see, the Bears could have won the Super Bowl.
No.
That was my childlike brain. It was so funny. It was so funny.
It's so funny when you have those memories where you're
I
like,
know,
I
right?
didn't get it. I have
You don't
one
understand.
similar
Yeah.
where I had this little TV in my bedroom. I must have been 10 or 11. And I remember I had an antenna on the TV and the Broncos were playing a preseason game
Yeah.
against the 49ers.
Yeah.
And I remember staying up watching that game and they ended up losing it and I was devastated.
Yeah, right?
Like
That's literally devastating. It ruins your entire like year.
yeah, and nowadays I wouldn't give a shit about a preseason game.
Exactly.
I don't get it. Like I don't know if I didn't understand that it didn't matter or I think I understood it was preseason. I just think I wanted to win every game so bad.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back in a bit. I'm going to go eat dinner and then come back and watch the second half of the game with you guys. But I will be
All right.
right back.
Hell yeah. I'm going to see what year that was. So 2015. It would probably be, let's see, 2005? Is it 2005 maybe? 2006? 2005? I think it was 2005. Yeah. Wow, I got it right. And we actually won. I thought we lost. We must have just been down in that game, but we ended up winning 26 to 21. But I'm seeing the Hail Mary right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bears fail on the Hail Mary. Wow. I gotta rewind this and see that one more time. So, wow. Wow, the corners, the play before the Hail Mary. I don't know why the Bears were playing that way. They gave up the corners and that allowed them to get 15 easy yards and make this Hail Mary possible to begin with. Oh my gosh. Look at the Bears. The Bears player on the Hail Mary. He's pointing at the Commanders fan, taunting them. The play's in the middle. They're in the middle of the play, and the Bears fan has his back turned, and he's pointing, and he's doing this, pointing at the bench. Oh my gosh. I got to see this again. Tyreek Stevenson pointing at the fans, trying to pump up the crowd to taunt them. And hold on, let's see. Does 29? Here he is. 29. He goes to make a play in the ball. He's the one that tipped it to the commander. The same guy that was taunting. Oh my gosh. Tyreek Stevenson was the player that tipped this ball to the Commanders. That is just awesome. If you hate to see a player doing crap like that, I mean that is a real that's a real learning moment for him. That is crazy. I bet the internet has been relentless. Oh my gosh. I bet the internet has just been crushing him. I wonder if they asked the coach about it. I got to type this in. Tyreek Reek Stevenson. Here it is, Tyreek Stevenson. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna show you guys this. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I'm gonna show you. Present, share screen. Let's see, window. Here it is. Look at this. Look at the plays going on, and then he's like, "Oh shit, the play!" And then Jaden Daniels, he buys time and then throws it up. Now look, 29. Here he comes, jumps and tips it to the commander. Oh my goodness. Absolutely insane. Mocked the Commanders fans during the Hail Mary only to be the one who tipped it into the air, allowing Noah Brown to make the catch. And you got people tagging the Chicago Bears saying, "Can you please get this video to Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus? Tyreek Stevenson killed us all game with his undisciplined and cocky play. This is unacceptable." That is crazy. That was definitely a karma moment. That was definitely a karma moment. We got Sean Payton trending. Let's see why he's trending on X. A brutally honest Sean Payton on his defensive performance versus the Panthers. That's not a good offense we played. It's just the truth. We expected that. We're going to see a lot better teams. All right. Well, when you say something like that, you're going to be trending. Wow. Oh, wow. Did you guys see this dirty play by the Saints today? I don't know if you guys saw this play. Let me show you this play. This was a sack on Justin Herbert. See, Herbert throws the ball. He's down. Then he tackles him, and then he spins him. Look at this. Ball's gone. Drops him down. Look at this. And then he turns his leg. Oh my gosh. That is rough. That is rough. God smited though. Bear social media guy has just muted his phone. He wanted the Chargers to suffer as the Saints have suffered. Dennis Allen revived their bounty program. That's what all of the videos say. They say you can take Sean Payton out of New Orleans, but his legacy remains. Dirtiest play from the Saints lineman. Let's see. Since starting 1-5 in 2023, the Broncos are 12-7 under Sean Payton, with a pretty barren roster and a horrible and overpaid QB and a rookie QB. A barren roster, a horrible and overpaid quarterback, Russell Wilson, and a rookie quarterback, 12-7. I think our roster is a little better than people think, but it's funny. You go into the season projected 5 wins. Everyone tells you, including PFF, who ranked us as the 32nd ranked team as far as talent goes. 32nd. And then you start winning, and eventually those players that they said weren't talented eventually become talented. It's like, okay. Maybe PFF just doesn't really know. It seems like anytime there's a player and you don't know their name, it's like, well, you must not be good because I don't know who he is. Sean Payton was confronted on the field post-game by Carolina's J.C. Horn, who said he was trying to run the score up. No way. J.C. Horn went up to Sean Payton. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this. This was after the game. This is J.C. Horn yelling at Sean Payton, saying you were trying to run the score up. Take a look at this. I mean, I'm gonna always say the same thing. When it comes to I mean, last year there was a case of, who is it? Um, the running back, Jameis Winston. It was a team decision that they were gonna try to score. I think it was New Orleans against Atlanta, and then Atlanta got pissed off because they could have taken a knee, but they scored another touchdown, and they were in trouble for running the score up, and they were like, "Oh, that's just unprofessional. That's just." It's like, dude, why are you so worried about etiquette? Your job is to stop the team from scoring. I want my team to score all the way up. I want them to embarrass you. That is the point. The point is not to just beat you. The point is to embarrass you. That should be the goal every single week. You know what makes me happy is when my team's up 35 points and my offense stays aggressive and keeps throwing it. I want my team to win by 50 or 60 points. I want the score at the end of the game to look super lopsided. If that, usually getting into the 40s or even touching 50, that is kind of the goal. And let's say it's 28-14. It's like, oh, this game looks kind of close. If we could get one more touchdown and make it 35-14, this game will look more lopsided, which is what we want as fans. I mean, I feel like every time I hear a defense complaining that you're trying to run the score up, it just comes off as soft. It just doesn't sit well with me. And Nick said, of course he was trying to run the score up. We called a fake field goal up 28. Maybe the Panthers shouldn't let us drop 28 unanswered if they don't want the score ran up. Bill said it was a 2-score game. F that guy. It's not like they hung 70 on them. Exactly. Coaches cry about petty things when their team is doing badly. Very true. It was 7-28 most of the game. They got a garbage time touchdown. Yeah, exactly. And Garendo starts the half with a handoff that's going to go for no gain. Yeah, obviously we'll talk more about it in our recap, but Sean Payton's comments after the game, I love. He's like, all right, this was a bad team, basically. Everyone's thinking it. 32nd ranked rushing defense in the league, a 1-win team, a quarterback that is probably the worst first overall draft pick ever. At least with Ryan Leaf, it was like his issues were kind of self-inflicted. Like Bryce Young's issues are just that he's not good and he's too small, doesn't see the field well, makes bad mistakes. There's nothing good about him. So I mean, Sean's right. This was a bad team. We're playing Baltimore next week. Let's talk after the Baltimore game. And I said this to the YouTube channel 24/7 Broncos. They had a comment, or I think it was Locked On Broncos, about Javonte. Oh, he's back now. I'm like, dude, we were going against the Saints, who the week before had 160 yards rushing by a no-name QB sneak for a first down, by a no-name running back for Tampa Bay. It was a no-name running back. Like, yeah, you can't really judge a player on a game like that. And then, this week it was the Panthers. I'm like, Baltimore will know if Javante's back. Baltimore will know if our offense is really good. Baltimore will know how our defense really is. Sorry, but the Saints and Panthers doesn't mean much. You need to win, and they did. We'll see next week. 49ers, midfield. Here's George Kittle. Can he pull away? He is pulling away all the way down to the 10. Did he get in? I thought he might have got in. They're going to mark it on the 1. Remember when Vic Fangio cried about the Ravens running for a record, but not actually scoring instead of kneeling? I do remember that. I can't remember the record, though. Let's see. Was this a touchdown? Oh, they're saying I don't know. I thought his foot was right on that line. They're going to say he stepped out at the 4. Use check in motion. Gurendo, touchdown. And is that his first career touchdown? No, I think he had one last week or the week before. I'm going to look it up really quick. The 49ers, man. They have come out and punched Dallas in the face. And that is exactly the statement that you need coming out of half. They get their first touchdown. George Kittle goes for 50. And man, George Kittle getting older, but showing no signs of slowing down. And now we'll see how Dallas responds. Jeez. My only way of winning is if my kicker gets 25 points and Brock Purdy doesn't do anything in the second half. Where did I get screwed over? Jaden Reed, back-to-back weeks of nothing. Xavier Worthy had 13 points. DeAndre Hopkins, only 2 catches in his debut. That is not what I was looking for when I traded for him. Now, how much? Let's see. Hopkins, who the Chiefs brought in this past week, practiced with his new team on Thursday and Friday, headed into this weekend game without a designation. It remains to be seen what kind of workload he is going to be in for. The expectation beyond that is that Hopkins will gain more familiarity with the Chiefs. He'll become more involved. Yeah, I mean, I didn't start Hopkins. I decided to start Jalen Waddle. Waddle had 4 catches for 45 yards. Not good. Not good. I was hoping he'd get a spark. Tua, 234 yards, 1 passing touchdown. Maybe it's going to take him some time. T. Higgins was ruled out, so I was kind of screwed. And Devontae Adams, I can't believe the Jets lost to New England. I cannot believe that. And because of that, it's going to be a dark cloud for the Jets this week. I don't even know if Rodgers is going to go on Pat McAfee on Tuesday. Oh, they're going to reverse it on the kick return. And Turpin. Wow, he got hit hard. Turpin got hit hard. We got Liam back. What's up, Liam? Nick said, trade for Bo Nix if you don't have a top 10 QB. Trade for Bo Nix if you don't have a top 10 QB. No, he's ours. I married my wife for her looks, but not the ones I'm getting lately. That's a good one. That's a good dad joke. I concur. Crafty. Jets ranked bottom of their division. Jeez. I don't know how they lost that game. Is Drake May good? Question mark. He didn't even play. He got ruled out with a concussion. I forgot about that. Look at this hit. Oh my God. There was a flag, so now they're at the 11-yard line. Dak Prescott, 3-step drop, quick throw to Ferguson, and that'll get him to the 11. Oh, I mean, in fantasy, he's doing pretty well for me. Yeah. He is doing well. Bo Nix. Let's see. Caleb Williams had 9 points today. Here we go. Quick throw. CeeDee Lamb is going to pick up 5 or 6. So here's a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, Caleb Williams, rough day for him. Trey McBride. Rick has Trey McBride on his bench, and he decided to start Jake Ferguson instead. That's crazy. Here we go. 3rd down. Intercepted. They're saying it's a catch. Dak trying to get the ball to CeeDee Lamb. It looks like he thought the 49er had his back turned, and then I guess he turned his head and just caught the ball. It was a little low. It looks like he had his back turned. Looks like he had his head turned the whole play. I don't know why Dak thought that was a good ball. Not in position. CeeDee Lamb. Underthrown. In great coverage. On their own side of the field. That is exactly the issue people have with Dak. And is it just me, or is it always in these kind of games where Dak crumbles? He never comes through in the big moments. I mean, he did against the Steelers, right? Was it the Steelers where they won in the last play of the game? Garendo, 1st down. All right, fresh set of downs for Purdy on the 20-yard line. So they are in the red zone. Use check in motion. Ball snapped. YouTube buffering. Purdy, quick screen to Debo. And from the looks of it, I think he's going to gain 3 or 4. What the hell, YouTube TV? YouTube TV, come on. I didn't pause. Oh, wow. First and goal. I'm not sure what happened, but here we go. Handoff, flips it to Deebo Samuel. Deebo makes a man miss and takes it down to the 3. Second and goal from the 3. All right. Here we go. Purdy under center. Third down. Use check. Use check. Maybe a yard. Dak Scott. That's funny. Liam, I think a girl might have a crush on me. Let's go. Let's go, Liam. How do you know? What happened? So, in other words, typical Dak. Lack, press not. That's very, very accurate. CMC on the sideline right here. Shotgun for Purdy. Third and goal. Urendo in motion. Purdy, quick throw. Touchdown, George Kittle. There's a flag, and this is going to be... Is this going to be a push-off? This is a shrug route. Is there a pick? What happened? Yeah, that's not a pick. He's running his route. Oh, they're going to call it. You got to get your hands up if you're going to run that route. No flag. They changed their mind. Normally that call will stand, but the receiver, he has to prove that he's not trying to intentionally block, right? Now, the key to doing that, because obviously Conley is trying to pick Wilson. Now, the way you can prove that you're trying to run a route is by having your hands up. You don't want to engage hands with the blocker. And also, if the Cowboys is the one that runs into the 49er, but I don't know. I've seen that call go both ways. I've seen that call go both ways. I'm not sure why that one was picked up, because that pretty much meets the criteria for all the other ones that I've seen that stand. But the 49ers, 14 quick points to open up the second half, a 20-10 lead. I'm attempting to trade Rodgers and a no-name running back for St. Brown. That will never happen. Why would I mean, why do you think they would go for that? Cad Prescott. Maybe bad Prescott. The key to doing that is to play for the Chiefs. I love it. Although the Niners get some ref armor too, and he needed that anytime TD, I was like, yes, no. The emotional roller coaster. Love it. Oh, because his QB options are Russell Wilson, Richardson, or Kyler Murray. Honestly, Kyler Murray is a better week in and week out starter than Rodgers right now. I mean, let's just take a look, right? Let's take a look. Aaron Rodgers Let's see. He's the 17th ranked quarterback. He averages 14.5 points per game. 14.5, 17. Kyler Murray is the 6th ranked quarterback, and he averages 18.2. So yeah, I mean, there's no way that he would want Aaron Rodgers over Kyler Murray. No way. Especially right now, too. Coming off a 307-yard, 2-touchdown game while rushing 5 times for 19 yards. I mean, you're talking about a fringe top 5 fantasy quarterback right now. I just need the 49ers to win for $285. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I'm hoping name recognition will let me scam this guy. It's hard with all the info because, all you got to do is click the name and it tells you, where they're ranked. KC, Tyler, watching that Bears game with Rick was the opposite of that. That there was no good emotions. Uh-oh. Turpin getting into a little bit of a fight here. How does Dak Prescott respond to the interception? First Cowboys player with 2 picks in 3 straight regular season games since the great Troy Aikman did it 32 years ago, 1990. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Dak. Shotgun formation. And they're going to hand it off to Zeke, who breaks a couple tackles and picks up 6 or 7. Good run by Zeke. All right, here's the Cowboys. What is this? It looks like they're running a Texas Coast offense right here. Oh, and he just sails this ball over Jake Ferguson's head. Wow. And now it's paramount that they get this first down. 14 unanswered. The momentum has totally shifted. And that the pocket just not clean. I mean, Dak's got to make a better throw, but also that was just a really awkward throw because of the pocket. Here's the Cowboys and Dak. Here we go. Pump fake. Now rolling, looking, and now, he should have thrown it back to Ferguson.
I agree.
Should have thrown it back to Ferguson. They're going to get a 3-and-out. After the interception, after the 49ers have scored 2 unanswered, and with with Aiden Hutchinson being out for the year, Nick Bosa is your defensive player of the year.
Ooh, okay.
That's my prediction.
I enjoy that.
But TJ Watt, I was saying this to Bill. The award's going to go to a team with a winning record. So
POTY.
This is going to be returned from the 10. Now he's at the 20, up to the 25-yard line. So a pretty good return there.
Let's see. TJ Watt right now has the best odds. Dexter Lawrence, Will Anderson, Chris Jones, Max Crosby, Xavier McKinney, Will Donald IV.
Xavier McKinney would be.
Yeah, Nick Bosa is like 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th best odds right now.
Here he comes. He's going to start climbing that ladder. Yeah, I mean, the 49ers, though, it's weird because they're just having an off year. It doesn't feel like a year where there's going to be any major awards given out, whether we're talking MVP, defensive, offensive. Of course, Brock Purdy was up for MVP last year.
Mm-hmm.
So was Christian McCaffrey, who ended up winning Offensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I think Nick Bosa was their best shot right now of anybody getting an award.
Nick Bosa. Yeah, I like TJ Watt, though.
Oh, yeah, I just mean on the 49ers.
On the 49ers. Oh, like you mean any type of award.
Yeah, like any award
Gotcha.
for, yeah.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying now. Okay, yeah, because CMC, like you said, got Offensive Player of the Year, but there was like players all over that team last year that could have won an award. Because Purdy was, like we said, we talked about it earlier. Like Purdy was in MVP talks.
Yep.
Later into the season, not late into the season, but later into the season after after the way he was playing. So yeah, but yeah,
He's got one
Nick Bosa's
sack
the only one. Fred
tonight.
Warner is pretty good.
Kurt Warner? Fred Warner?
Fred Warner.
Yeah, no, he's probably the best linebacker in the game right now.
Yeah. Maybe him, Roquan. Who else would be like a top off the ball linebacker right now?
Bosa's got only 3.5 sacks, so he's only on pace for 7 sacks, which
Really?
isn't going to win you
No.
an award.
No. I mean, Hutchinson himself was on pace for like what, 20 sacks, 20 plus.
Stats are so weird because, like, you saw the one that I sent you about Zach Allen. It was like the most pressures.
Yeah.
And then today, during the Broncos game, they posted up the Zach Allen pressure list, and he was third. And I'm like, but it was a different website. Like, it was CBS's, and PFF had him first.
Yeah, there was something with Dravon Dexter Sr. that he was like, he had 4 sacks on PFF, but he had 5 sacks on another site, 4 sacks on one, 5 sacks on. It was like, what do you guys count as a sack? And also,
Yeah.
Are you guys counting half sacks? Like, who is counting half sacks or what? You know?
Yeah, it should definitely be uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there shouldn't be different numbers, depending on the website.
Because it was like, oh, he leads or he is tied for second or third for all interior defensive linemen in terms of sacks. And then one of them was he leads with 5. And I'm like, which one is it?
Yeah. Did you see the Uncrustables?
Yeah, the amount of Uncrustables the NFL goes through. Yeah.
Dude.
It was like 30,000 a year.
Yeah. And did you see the list? It was number 2. Oh, Brock Purdy with the pump all the way down to the 45-yard line. It was hilarious. The Uncrustables thing. So let me pull it up. Uncrustables NFL.
I saw that it was over 30,000. I didn't know which team was up there though.
So the Bears, they rank the team. So
yeah,
the Bengals and the Saints are at the bottom of the league with 50, and then the Raiders 60, Tampa 70, Dallas 75, Chiefs 80. Let's go up to the Commanders. The Bears have 100. They go through 100 a week.
Oh, great catch by Kittle inside of Dallas territory. 100 a week?
100 a week for the Bears, Titans, and Panthers. Then Cleveland with 120, Washington with 140, Baltimore with 150. The Chargers, Vikings, and Cardinals, 200. The Steelers go through 225 Uncrustables a week. The Giants, 240. The Falcons, 250. The Dolphins, 300.
These are the stats I want on PFF. Who is going through the most Uncrustables per week? These are the stats we need.
And then for second and third place, Jacksonville and Seattle. Seattle 320, Jacksonville 315. And then the Broncos at number 1 with not 325, 700
Wow.
Uncrustables.
Wow.
I I don't even I'm going to show you guys. Here it is.
The second team below Denver is still 380 less, and that's second place.
Insane.
That's crazy talk, dude. That's insane. 700. And Nick saying, can we get a cross-reference study between Uncrustable consumption and lineman performance?
Well, it's also funny because they were like, no way, it's impossible. And I'm like, dude, that's only 2 a week. I mean, 2 a day. I'm like, these
Yeah.
players, I know if there were free Uncrustables, I would at least be going through 2 a day.
At
Minimum.
minimum. I mean, that was and in our job, like we would not only have like food for flights, but we would have snacks. One of the biggest ones was Uncrustables and like Red Baron pizzas.
Oh, yeah.
If you were to take the numbers from that in our job, those two, I have a feeling you can make an argument that would be like top 5 most eaten foods on
We should have been
flights.
sponsored, honestly.
Honestly, we should have, because Uncrustables and Red Baron pizza, those go hard in the paint when you are in middle of a flight.
Yeah, on transit on the way home.
Yep, Purdy
Mission's
back to
over.
pass. Dumps it off. Guarendo, right side, makes one guy miss,
Oh.
but can't get away from the second back to the line of scrimmage.
Good open field tackle.
Broncos are leading the league in food consumption. Specifically,
Uncrustables.
Uncrustable.
But yeah, but I'm sure that includes the practice squad players, the coaching staff, the people that actually work in the building. No, just if you include the practice squad,
Yeah.
that's a lot more people. So
Yeah.
I love it though.
And the staff too, that probably eats them too.
Yeah, Sean Payton's definitely eating.
Oh yeah, Purdy back to pass over the middle, caught. Debo first down to the 10, to the 9-yard line,
Pitch
right
it.
around the 10 or 9.
Oh.
Pitch it.
Pitch it. Broncos are leading the league in food consumption.
Can we get the?
Oh, sorry.
Can we get the Andy Reid Big Mac?
Mac numbers. Oh man.
Strictly cheeseburgers, Nick. Strictly cheeseburgers from Andy.
Speaking of cheeseburgers, I took a couple bites of my Wendy's and I was trying to get some stuff done, so I'm excited for that. I'm gonna put it in the microwave.
That was so funny. You heard it here first. It's all right. Up the middle, Guarendo back to the left side, gets to about the 8-yard line, about 1.5 yard gain there.
Unfortunately, my second bite was a lot better. I got the pickle and the sauce involved in the second bite.
Yeah,
it was better, but I still say it's all right. I have some critiques. First off, there should become some type of SpongeBob toy should be involved.
I think so too.
The other thing, the wrapping of it should be SpongeBob. They should have special SpongeBob wrappings. The fries should be in a SpongeBob thing, and some kind of jellyfish jelly.
And you're going to hand it off to Debo right side as Juszczyk as a blocker gets inside the 4-yard line.
Debo just can't get in the end zone tonight.
He cannot.
He keeps getting real close. Uh-oh.
We got an injured Dallas Cowboy. Overshown, I believe.
I'm going to D for the P really quick.
Okay. So number 13 overshown. Oh, he fell down hard. Oh, no, it's actually number 27. As they showed Dak Prescott's very shiny head. So 20-10 49ers right now. On the cusp of scoring another touchdown. This is why I took the 49ers. There really wasn't much behind my pick here other than they're the home team, and both of these teams have been struggling lately. But it just seems like they have more weapons on the field, and they're actually scoring. They're actually doing what they're supposed to do. Imagining it though, Uncrustables O Lineman of the Year award. See that? I feel like the Uncrustables should take advantage of something like this. Create an award, like you're saying, Nick. Do something to that extent. Is create an award, create a recognition, and you get, I don't know, the trophy. You get free Uncrustables for the off season, something like that, right? I don't know, because if they're just bringing them into the facilities and they're already getting them for free, so how much more free Uncrustables can you really give? But yeah, like a trophy, an award, something like that would be pretty sick, in my opinion. That would be pretty sick. Let's see some stats here. I want to check out how the game's going. I want to see how these guys are going. Dak Prescott, 116 yards, 2 interceptions. Oof. Brock Purdy, 254 yards and a touchdown. Love to see that. Ezekiel Elliott with a touchdown on 35 yards with 7 carries. Guarendo, 50 yards, 8 carries, 1 touchdown. Where's the other touchdown going to? Kittle. That's who it was. And the only touchdown for the Cowboys is Elliott. All right. Those are the scores right now. 48 seconds left in the third quarter. And I don't know if the 49ers settle for a field goal here. I think they get a touchdown. As they pan over to Jerry Jones, owner and president of the Dallas Cowboys, also GM. He probably has no idea what he's doing as a GM. Uncrustables, the exclusive sponsor of the Only Football podcast. That would be sick. I would love nothing more than to be sponsored by Uncrustables. Oh, I'd rep them hard. Here we go.
Same
At
here.
the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Purdy's going to take it himself. Touchdown. Touchdown, Brock Purdy. The 49ers get in the end zone again.
Let's go. 21
Wow.
unanswered points.
That's crazy.
What a third quarter. No touchdown for the
Oh,
whole
we might
first
be
half.
short. I think he's going to be short.
Ooh.
But you said no scoring the entire first half?
Yeah.
The Icy Cold Kicker of the Year award. Oh, Icies. I loved Icies so much.
How does this work? Does the honey come out of this?
If he drove a little bit more, I think his elbow was down before the ball crossed the plane. Well, they're calling touchdown. Yeah, they're calling touchdown. Purdy ugly for the Cowboys indeed, KC. Yeah, they're calling it enough. So here we go.
Damn.
And the kick is good. The 49ers are up 27-10 on the Cowboys.
Trying to get this honey out of here.
Just taking shots of honey.
No, I got these little cornbread bites. I put my Wendy's in the air fryer for 5 minutes. I thought that was a good amount of time.
That's sufficient. If you're a piece of shit, of course. So the Cowboys down 3 scores right now.
It's over.
Yep.
No way.
May as well do our post-game analysis here. Kyle versus Honey Container.
He looks like Mark Schlereth.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
I thought that was him at first. I'm like, what is?
What is Schlereth doing on there?
Why is there another flag on the kickoff?
It's because these guys are a bunch of silly geese.
It looked like he kicked it out of bounds. When he kicked it, I was like, it looked like it sailed to the left.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need I need Brandon Aubrey to get in field goal range some more.
Who are, in your opinion, the best broadcasters in ever?
Ooh, ever?
The dream team.
Oh my god. Whew. Al Michaels, I would say, is up there. Probably John Madden too. Dalvin Cook up the middle for about 4 yards. I don't know, man. I never really paid it too much attention to the announcers when I was younger. I feel like Al Michaels has been around a long time and kind of has earned himself like somewhat like best of all time or up there in terms of like GOAT status. I don't really know who else I would say for NFL specifically, right? Obviously.
I think I would do, for me, right? I think I would do Chris Collinsworth and
Okay.
Al Michaels.
Yeah, those are good. I do like Al Michaels. He's got this like really good voice. You know what I mean? He's got this very, very good voice that was like made for announcing. But I don't know who
Also,
else.
Phil Simms.
Okay. I don't know if I really remember Phil Simms as an
Oh,
announcer.
you would know right away.
Yeah. Greg Olson was good. Is good.
Yeah,
I
really
like
good.
Greg
Better
Olson.
than Tom Brady, who they replaced.
Tom Brady's gonna need a minute to get better at it.
Yeah, I think he'll get better.
Yeah, Al Michaels is up there because you know who I'm really actually starting to like too is Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk Herbstreit on those Thursday night broadcasts
Oh,
with
yeah.
Al Michaels. I've always liked Kirk Herbstreit and
College.
and Fowler from college too. Mostly because I played NCAA as a kid like a lot, so those two voices were really, really kind of like etched into my mind, you know.
Yeah.
So I like both of those two. But Kirk Herbstreit moving into the NFL space, I think, is like great because I don't know, I really like him as an announcer, as a play caller. He's really good. What is he? Color? Or is he? No, he's not play by play. He's color.
Yeah.
I like him as a color analyst.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
Yeah. Romo's pretty good when he's not covering Mahomes.
But I agree. I think Al Michaels is kind of the GOAT. Then, I mean, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. I think
That's a good duo.
that's a good duo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it though. I think everyone else is just
Dog
all right.
shit. Dog shit. If you haven't been mentioned, you're dog shit. You heard it
In
here
my
first. That's what Kyle
opinion,
said.
Al Michaels is the best of all time.
Yeah. And Bill said, okay, back had some albondigas soup for dinner. It wasn't as good as the restaurant that closed on me 5 years ago, but it was okay. I love albondigas. My mom makes the best albondigas in my opinion. But yeah, Bill, I'm right there with you. It's so good. 2nd and 6. Dak under center. Takes a snap. Hands it off. Cook goes about a yard or two. Let's see what the update is here. Oof.
Concussion.
Oh no, he got it. He got it one way and then the other. One from
That's
the
rough.
guy he tackled and the other one from his own teammate. That's rough. 3rd and 5.
Did you see Tua's concussion today?
Did he have no way he had another one.
Third quarter.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, no way. Sack.
Oh no!
Lunch.
Oh, all that, and he stayed on his feet.
Yep. Dak press dropped. Press dropped? Dak press dropped. Oh, okay.
Dak
Yeah, I got it.
lunch.
Dak
No.
lunch. No.
The one they used to make me was a little spicy. This was bland as hell.
Oh, that sucks.
I need everything to be a little spicy.
Yeah, same. My wife went to Chicago recently, like a couple weekends ago, as the Cowboys are punting it away. Fair catch called at the 17-yard line. She brought back giardiniera peppers,
Ooh,
which is what they put on your Italian beefs. And they're just spicy like peppers, carrots, things like that. Celery, I believe, too. It is something that we put on everything. If you talk to somebody from Chicago and you mention
it's like
giardiniera peppers,
sofrito.
yeah, it's like sofrito, exactly. Yeah, that shit is. It's what's that hot sauce? It's like I put that shit on everything.
Oh, like
Pete's-
Tabasco?
No, it's a specific hot sauce.
Cholula, Louisiana, Texas Pete. Personally,
Red Hots? Maybe it's Red Hots. Like
Frank's?
I put that Frank's. I put that shit on everything. That's what we do with giardiniera sauce. We miss it so much. We put it on literally everything.
You can't
And
make
it's so
it.
good. We probably could. But like it's like when you get it from like a real Chicago place that has done it for years, it's different. It hits different.
Yeah.
Tapatio, no. Tapatio is good though. I do like Tapatio.
Mm-hmm.
Smashing that.
Yeah, I use every hot sauce.
We got Jack in here. Dark place, Rick. Yes. We are in a dark place, Jack.
What did you think about Tyreek Stevenson? Like before that play, like taunting the fans while the play was happening, and
Not
then
a good
he's the
look.
guy that tips it.
Not a good look. And
You want him gone?
I don't want him gone. I want him benched next week. Because so Tyreek Stevenson had that. He had a couple of personal fouls as well. Like him and Terry McLaurin were going at each other, and he put his. So one of the Washington linemen came to protect Terry McLaurin, and he was just talking shit. And Tyreek Stevenson put his finger in his face mask, and got a penalty for 15 yards for a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct. So I was pissed at that. Then he did something else. I think he may have had another penalty or he missed coverage or something. And then that video surfaced on Twitter. Literally not 5 minutes after the game went final. That came up and I was like, Tyreek, what are you doing? Because Tyreek is in his second year. He is in his second year as a cornerback, and he is a very great compliment to Jalen Johnson on the other side. But yeah, just like Jack is saying here, inexcusable, and he does need to be benched. If he gets benched next week, Eberflus needs to do that. He needs to. He has to send the message like you can't be doing that shit. That's dumb.
But what if your other corner is not as good and you guys lose?
Our secondary as a first down is Gorendo gets the first down there in a rush. Terrell Smith isn't Tyreek Stevenson and isn't Jalen Johnson, but he's good enough. I think our secondary is good enough. And then Tyreek Stevenson was out, and we had it wasn't Hicks. Who was it? It was another one, and against the Jaguars, he did really well.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying you want to punish them, but you don't want to hurt the team at the same time.
You're right. And I think for him to not start the game, I think would be a good enough punishment. But to be honest, like he probably should be benched. Honestly, I think our secondary is going to be good enough. What's that?
Just performance based.
Yeah. I mean, for you to do that, for you to taunt players in the middle of the play Jaden Daniels is moving to his right, coming back left, and then you turn around as the receivers are getting to the end zone, and then now you get into your coverage. It's like, dude, what are you doing? We have not won the game yet. We have
Yeah.
not won the game. There's still seconds on the clock. The ball is still live. Do not be that guy. And he was. And that's what I think should happen. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you're
know.
right.
In all fairness, 3rd and 1, and Purdy's gonna decide to.
Oh,
Oh, it
close.
should have been picked, but the
Yeah.
Cowboys suck, so they can't. Um,
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? In all fairness, a Hail Mary. I mean, he was taunting because he was like, "There's no way that they're gonna
Exactly.
complete this."
Exactly.
Um, it's just like I don't know. Here's the thing: by him demonstrating the whole taunting penalty while
Mm-hmm.
the play was going on, it tells you that his mind was more focused on like he was sucked into another world outside of the game.
Yeah.
And it's clear because
Mm-hmm.
if he was dialed into the play, that would have never happened. But
No.
he was he was showing a lot of emotional immaturity to be so just like it's like it's not about the team at that point. You're
Mm-hmm.
in your own world, having this whatever battle with Terry McLaurin and
Mm-hmm.
the fan base,
Mm-hmm.
and you forgot about the game.
Yep. He did.
And that is the part that's totally unacceptable.
It is. It is. And it was Bill, it was Tyreek Stevenson, our cornerback two, on the Bears. But like my initial reaction is bench him, but then you get to the aspect of, well, you're making your team that much worse.
Right.
And we do have guys who can step up, but like unless it's by an injury, I don't think we should do it. I don't know what is the move. Like, should they bench him?
I
Should
think
they not start him? You know?
well, I think the punishment is going to be, I mean, first off, his entire team is going to see this on the internet.
Yeah, yeah. And he's already come out
Secondly,
with an apology, but
yeah,
that's not good.
it's not good, but I don't think the Bears benching him is going to make it, somehow worse. Like, I feel like right now it's a terrible time to be Tyreek Stevenson. And
Yeah,
he's going to have to deal with this all week from
he's
his
gonna get shit
teams,
on.
from the press,
Hmm.
and from the public. Like,
Yep.
he's now kind of destroyed his name. I don't know if benching him for a week is going to do anything extra to what's already going to be happening anyway.
Yeah.
And if it does make the Bears, more exploitable to, bench him, then to me, I'm just like, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, yeah, we're going to talk to him. We're going to tell him it was unacceptable, but deep down that this guy's he's going to get his punishment just by everything that's coming his way
Yeah.
this week.
And the shitty thing is, like, it's the fact that he's a second year player. Like, he's got talent and he has shown it. But the fact that he's a second year player and doing this, like, don't get me wrong, there's egos involved, and these are grown men, right? They're
Year
getting
two is
paid.
still really young, though.
Yeah, and they're getting paid like men, but the way I was looking at it by benching him, I was like, this isn't an Alabama squad where you can just bench your guy and still win because it's not going to necessarily matter that much. This is an NFL squad. Like, we have to win against the Cardinals. We have to win these next few games to continue to be in the hunt. So that's very important. And I guess that's just like my initial thought is like bench him, just make him feel bad, which I'm sure he does. But like you said, like the teammates are going to know, the coaches are going to point it out. And because of that specifically, they won. He tipped it into the wide receiver
Yeah.
behind him. And it's like, Bill said it earlier, karma's a bitch. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
Karma's a bitch. So that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I had no idea that last play went down like that.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. Oh, that's a face mask.
Zeke. How's that not a face mask? I think he let go in time, I guess. I don't know.
Oh. Okay. It's so
But
funny. The funny thing about the Guardian caps is that they make them look like the helmet, but it's like obviously not the helmet.
yeah,
You know.
Dak
It,
quick screen and Zeke goes about 4 yards. It's funny though. It's
oh,
funny.
I gotta say, probably the coolest sports moments in my lifetime. Seeing Brett Favre go into Lambeau as a Viking. Um, Patrick
Yeah.
Surtain in his first game as a rookie getting a pick six and giving the football to his dad, who was a corner for the Broncos, with the Dolphins for most of his career, I think.
Really? Wow.
um, I'm pretty sure. I think he played it 1 year there.
Hmm.
Um, but on top of all of it was Bronny James checking into the game with his father.
Yeah. That's a cool
I
moment.
yeah, I don't think like we'll ever see anything like that ever again.
And they had Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. there at the game too. Because in baseball, I believe they were the first father-son duo to do that. But Braun and Bronny are the first to do it in the NBA, which is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't believe that. It's so mind-blowing. Dak on 1st and 10
Wow.
throwing it, and who is that? 89.
After pass interference, first down, the guy had the offensive lineman for the Cowboys had his guy the entire time, and he still missed him, and and the Cowboys got pressure. Jesus Christ!
Bill, another no face. Hey, at least this time they didn't call it on the wrong team.
True,
That's
true.
progress. Now they're just not calling it.
Now they're just not calling it. They're like, we fucked up. Dak back to pass, left side, going deep, and CD just was not
Nobody's
looking.
open. I'm watching the Cowboys offense, and I'm not seeing any separation.
No.
It's like Dak's trying to throw these balls up, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
not great.
No.
And the Cowboys, they run a lot of bunch formation, but I haven't seen a bunch of it tonight.
A bunch.
And yeah, I'm wondering maybe if they could. Oh, there we go. You got kind of a bunch formation at the bottom of the screen here.
See what he's doing.
Big drop back.
And Ferguson
You got to
gets
go for
about
it.
5 yards.
You got to go for it.
Yeah, you do. You're down 17 points. You're going for it.
Yeah, and there was never a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, Dak, nowhere to go downfield, has to throw a check down. I mean,
Just terrible offense right now.
and then when
4th and
he
4.
has just thrown it up to CD Lamb, they've been terrible balls.
There you go. Trips right. Takes a snap. Dak. Right side. Caught. And it's going to be, is that Turpin?
Ricky Dowdle. Oh, no, he's out. Turpin.
For first down. First down.
First down, man. The Cowboys needed that so bad.
They did. Oh,
Down
confused
17.
the cornerbacks there.
If they can at least make this a 10-point game.
They're in it. I mean, there's 9:50 left. Dak
Yeah,
back
they
to
need
pass.
this.
Caught. Who's number 1? Tolbert?
What happened to Brandon Cooks?
He's injured. I think he's out for the year. I believe. Pretty sure he's out for the year.
The whole year?
I think so. Or for a while. Dak, 2nd and 1, shotgun. Snap. Looking to pass. Right side. Caught. And it's going to be CD Lamb inside the 6-yard line.
He's out
First down.
for one game.
Oh, was he?
Cowboys Brandon Cooks out at least one game after infection.
Ooh. Well, STD action.
Oh, but that was against the Steelers. So he was out, I guess, it's been 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
He's been dealing with a knee issue.
Dak shotgun, hands it off, and lost it 2 yards there. Fred Warner there. Fred Warner is a beast, though. Such a beast.
Yeah, the Cowboys run a new offense called Texas Coast.
Texas Coast.
And it uses horizontal concepts to open up the defense. And your horizontal guy, CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get into these short yardage situations, it's hard for them to get anything.
Dak throws left. CeeDee Lamb
Wow.
wide open.
Yeah,
Touchdown.
look at this. So you got
What?
your tight end and your
Wow.
slot. They run crosses in the middle. And you run these crosses, and then you have CeeDee Lamb on the other side of the field going all the way across. The whole point of these crossing routes
Mm-hmm.
is to get the defense caught up in the middle. And look, here it is.
Yep, there it is. Wow. Confusing the defense. That's a
Yeah.
great way to do it. Just wide open.
Best pass of the day.
Yeah.
That was
And
a
that is
weird looking kick.
good.
All right. 10-point game. Are the Cowboys coming back?
They're definitely coming in this game for sure.
Back?
That I don't know. I don't know whose back it will be, but no,
Oh,
I
shit.
don't know.
I got to get it out of my air fryer. 1 second.
Okay, sounds good. Kyle's getting the Krabby Patty meal out of the air fryer. He's not getting it fresh. Clear out and get open. Kurt runs it all the time in Madden. Kurt, what was his name again? Bill, what was his last name? Kurt Bennett, Ben Kurt, Carpenter, something like that. That burger gonna look like the Steelers helmet. What do you mean by that, Nick? God, Matt Eberflus is 3-17 on the road. That's so bad. Jesus. Ben Kurt. There we go. Thank you, Bill.
This is my favorite sauce right now.
Oh, I bet. Sriracha. What type?
Sriracha mayo.
Oh.
What did I miss?
Nothing. Commercials going through. Snoop Dogg being on The Voice.
Oh, dude. We should do an episode where a stream where we do the voice, but you and I are like with our backs turned. And then we don't say anything and we just turn and we see if we're facing each other. See which guys we agree on. That would be a fun one.
I think, who was it? Jinja wanted us to get an episode where we sing. Just sing a random song all the way to the 31.
Sing?
Uh-huh. We just got to pick a YouTube free beat and rap on it.
I don't know how to rap.
Yeah, all right.
Me and Rick used to freestyle at the smoke pit. Riding around the street smoking good.
What a time. What a time that was. Angel with the update. Debo is questionable to return with a rib injury. Thanks for
Oh
the
my
update, Angel.
gosh.
So
Didn't he
many
have a
injuries.
rib going into this game?
He had 0 ribs actually going into this game.
I think he had a rib injury though.
Bryce Young is 0-10 as a starter on the road after today. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's terrible. I think he's the worst first round pick ever.
Yeah, I think he's up there. I don't even know if Ryan Leaf had a good season, a good rookie season or not. Bryce
Yeah,
Young
but
is up
like
there though.
his issues were self-inflicted. Kind of like Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
Bryce Young's just not good.
Pearsall, 40, 50,
Wow.
40 to the 30.
Wow.
Wow. Great run by Pearsall there.
Yeah, he did a good job letting his blocker get in front of him.
Yeah, 100%. Just stiff arming your blocker into a block.
Game over.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's what, 7 minutes left or so? I think after that run, I mean, even if they get a field goal, you're probably looking at what? They're a 10, 13 game. You're still a two score. It's still 2 score now, but 6:21 left. And there's a flag here for the 49ers. Or I'm not sure if it's.
Are some people named Ricky? Is it the case where that's always their first name, or is that short?
Yeah, it's usually short. At least for me.
Is
Ricardo.
Ricky Pearsall short? Oh,
I think. Because, I mean, what's Debo's actual name?
it's
I think it's.
I forgot. But you know what he's named after? He was named after the guy from was it Friday?
Oh, Friday, yeah. Yeah.
That's what he's named after.
Yeah, because his real name, I'm looking it up right now, is Tyshon Raekwon Debo Samuel Sr. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe Ricky is literally just like, hey, I want to go by Ricky Pearsall, but my real name's like Richard or Ricardo or something like that. But for me, like, I was named. People always called me Ricky when I was a kid, and then I was like, now it's Rick. Now it's cool. One syllable. Now I'm a cool guy.
Ricky Pearsall's real name is Richard.
Richard Pearsall Jr. See, there we go. And he just goes as Ricky.
It's funny, not Rich.
Not Dick.
Is Richard? Is that common? Ricky for Richard?
Rich, Dick. Richard. Short names for Richard is Rich or Dick.
Dick?
Yeah, Dick.
What the fuck?
I don't know either, dude. I don't get it. I do not understand.
It's like the William and Bob thing.
Yeah.
Or Bill?
No, Bill. William and Bill. Yeah.
How are those even remotely the same?
No idea. Zero clue.
How did that even? How did something like that stick for generations?
No idea.
There wasn't a generation that's like, that doesn't make any damn sense.
You know what doesn't make sense? William to Bill. Purdy trying to get the first down here in the pocket, rolling right, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. And that is going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Going to go shower, get ready for the day. Woke up a little bit early, got some things done in the morning, so not going to lie.
Do
I'm a
the
little tired.
recap?
Yeah, let's do the recap. I mean, Dallas kind of shot themselves in the foot. Dak Prescott with 2 interceptions and not a whole lot of offense to start this game, which can kind of be said in terms of the offense for the 49ers. They didn't really get going up until really later in the game. I mean, there was 2 field goals to start the first quarter and then the second quarter, and then they scored 3 touchdowns in the third. And now a field goal here gets it up to 30-17. So the offense kind of woke up for the 49ers. Purdy, whether it was Guarendo, whoever you want to really call it was both of those guys really that kind of got the offense going, and the defense was able to clamp down on the Dallas Cowboys one playmaker of CeeDee Lamb, except for that last touchdown. But the 49ers overall just a much better team, especially starting off the second half of the game.
Yeah, they won it in the third quarter, and 21 third quarter points, and Dak Prescott just not playing great. There's going to be questions about him. Once again, a big game on the road, and he looks terrible. They were able to get that touchdown drive, but by not holding the 49ers, they lose 4.5 minutes of time and then give up 3. It just kills the game. So good game by the 49ers. And for Dallas, they'll be all right. They're going to be 3-4. So 1 game from 500. Better than what it would have happened if the 49ers lost. They would have been 3-5.
Yeah.
So I think this was a must win for the 49ers.
Yep.
And by getting that win, they put themselves back in the conversation of we're going to win the division.
Yeah, and I think that was the most important part, was seeing how the division is kind of shaping up to where the Seahawks are definitely not taking advantage of how they started this season. They're 4-4. And the Cardinals kind of not knowing what fucking identity they want to go with. I think that's important. And the 49ers are like, we're at home against the Cowboys, who are also underperforming. We need to be the better team. And they're better coached. They have more playmakers. Yes, they're injured a lot, but this game, it was like Debo, it was Guarendo, their third string running back, and Mason had a couple carries as well. But they're just they should overmatch the Dallas Cowboys on paper, and that's what they did in this game. So yeah, like you said, I think this was a must win for the 49ers because of the way the division's shaping up, and they're at home. So I agree with that.
CeeDee Lamb's limping now, but you guys can follow me on
X
at NFL with Kyle, and you can follow Rick at and now Rick,
not Dick, Rick.
And now Dick.
Oh, CeeDee Lamb into the red zone. But yeah, go follow me at and now Rick. Go follow the Only Football Podcast at the very top at Only Football Pod. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, become a member for $2.99 a month. If not, Bill's going to gift you a membership eventually. Just make sure you accept gifts if you're able to. And hopefully you are one of the recipients, lucky enough from one of Bill's membership gifts. But yeah, other than that, hit the subscribe button, like us on X, on Twitch, on YouTube, follow us, hit that heart button, whatever, and go follow us on X. Kyle, you got anything else before we skedaddle out of here?
No, we'll do of course, we got Monday Night Football tomorrow. I'm going to try to get a couple more things done, so wish me luck. I'm going to...
There we go with Bill with the membership.
Bill with the membo.
Let's see who it went to. But yeah, Kyle's going to be getting his life together again, of course. Because that's what we got to do. Tyler, Brother T got the membership. But we, like Kyle was saying, we'll be going. Oh my God, CeeDee Lamb, another touchdown. Wow. I was gonna say the Cowboys need to score quick here if they want to be in this game. But like Kyle's saying, we are going to be doing Monday Night Football tomorrow. I'm gonna be setting up the stream here soon, so you guys can know what time we're going to go on. But like Kyle said, he might be a little bit late to that as well because he's got work and he's got stuff to put away.
I'll be on time tomorrow.
Okay, sweet. So Kyle will be on time.
I'm going to get it, everything. I'm going to try to get at least enough done tonight where tomorrow, because tomorrow we start the work week and there's no
Yeah.
time for anything. So
Feels you, feels you. Nate asking on an ending question here. What is your favorite Power Ranger? Red. Jason.
I'm going to go with red too.
All right. Kyle and I on the red, but thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate everybody who is tuned in the comments, liking the stream. Make sure to hit that like button before you get out of here. And Kyle, always a good time, brother.
Time. Always a good time.
See ya.